Hello. Welcome. Find a comfortable place to rest your head and let your mind drift. Tonight we're going to talk about a very special kind of light, a soft, humming glow that has painted our nights for over 100 years. A light that comes from a hidden treasure, one that was floating all around us, unseen, for all of human history. Tonight we're going to tell the story of neon. Our story begins in the late 1800s. The world was lit by fire, by gas lamps, and the harsh, new glare of the electric bulb. But scientists, they were fascinated by the unseen. They knew the air itself was a mystery. They had found nitrogen and oxygen, the things we need to live. They had even found a strange, lazy gas they called argon, the idle one. But they suspected there was more. Two scientists in London, Sir William Ramsay and Morris Travers, were particularly patient, particularly curious. They believed the air held more secrets. So they began a kind of elemental search, a quest to find what was hiding in plain sight. Their method was both simple in concept and incredibly difficult in practice. They decided to capture the air and make it cold. So cold that the air itself would surrender its energy and turn into a liquid. Imagine that for a moment. The very air you breathe turned into a shimmering liquid frost in a flask. They would then let this liquid air slowly warm up ever so gently. As it warmed, the different gases hidden within would wake up and boil away one by one. It was a painstaking process. They would capture each gas as it separated, and they would study it. For a long time, they found the familiar gases: nitrogen, oxygen, argon. But on the evening of May 30th, 1898, after removing all the known elements, a tiny amount of a heavy, mysterious gas remained. They had a feeling this was something new. They carefully guided this new gas into a thin glass tube with an electrode at either end. They wanted to see how it would react to a spark of electricity. In the quiet of their darkened laboratory, they connected the power. And then, it happened. The tube didn't just flicker. It didn't just glow. It erupted in light. A brilliant, fiery, crimson-red blaze that was so spectacular, so vivid, that Travers later wrote, "They all stood frozen, like men seeing a vision." The light was beautiful, and it told them everything. This was no ordinary gas. This was something entirely new to the world. Ramsay's young son was in the laboratory that day and asked his father what they should call this wonderful new discovery. Ramsay, thinking of the Greek word for new, neos, suggested the name neon, the new one. And so it was. So what is this new one? Scientifically, neon is a noble gas. It sits in a special column on the far right of the periodic table. They are called noble because they are content. They have a full outer shell of electrons, which means they have no desire to react with other elements. They are serene, self-contained. They drift through the world, rarely touching anything. For every breath you take, a tiny, tiny fraction of it is the noble, gentle gas, neon. So why does it glow so beautifully when touched by electricity? You can think of it as waking the gas up from its peaceful state. The current of electricity gives the neon atoms a little jolt of energy. Their electrons, these tiny particles spinning around the atom's core, get excited. They jump to a higher energy level, but they can't stay there. It's not their natural home. And when they fall back to their comfortable original state, they release that extra energy. They release it in the form of a single particle of light, a photon. And with neon, that light just happens to be a brilliant, warm, reddish orange. It's not a chemical reaction. It's just the pure physical release of energy, a whisper of light. For a while, neon was just a scientific curiosity, but a French engineer named Georges Claude saw its potential. He created the first commercial neon lamp and displayed it at the Paris Motor Show in 1910. People were mesmerized. He had captured lightning in a bottle. Soon, these humming tubes of liquid fire began to define the look of the modern city. Paris, New York, Tokyo, Las Vegas. Each sign was a piece of handcrafted art. Glass bent by hand, filled with a whisper of a rare gas, and brought to life with a quiet current. The silent, colorful language of the night. And while we call them all neon signs, only the red ones are pure neon. To get those beautiful blues or soft pinks or cool greens, other noble gases are used. Argon, for instance, produces a gentle blue. Sometimes they are mixed together, or the glass tubes are coated with phosphors to create a whole palette of nighttime colors. Each one its own unique fingerprint of light. So tonight, as you drift away, think of that hidden gas, the new one. The shy element that floats all around us, perfectly content to be left alone, but when you ask it just right, with a gentle touch of energy, it will share its inner light. A warm, steady, crimson glow, the color of a sunset captured in a glass tube to light up the dark. Rest now. Let the gentle hum of the universe be your lullaby, and drift off into peaceful, colorful dreams.